Hi everyone, and welcome to the TVnglish YouTube channel. We find interesting and practical phrases from TV shows and movies and explain what they mean and how you can use them in your everyday life. And then you can use the phrases with your friends, with your family members, or in an educational or business setting. So click subscribe at the bottom of the video so you don't miss any of our videos that we make. We're going to have hundreds and hundreds of phrases for you to practice. This sentence can be used in an educational setting. The sentence is, spelling mistakes in a letter can create an unfavorable impression. The key phrase in this sentence is unfavorable impression. Unfavorable basically means not great, bad, negative. And an impression, someone's impression of you, is what they think about you. So an unfavorable impression means a bad opinion or thought about you. So in the whole sentence, spelling mistakes in a letter can create an unfavorable opinion. Basically means if you make spelling mistakes in a letter, that person might not think you're that great. The project has been put on ice until further funding is provided. So the key phrase in this sentence is put on ice. Put on ice means put on hold, stopped. For now, maybe we're going to come back to it. Think of it like if you put something in a freezer, it gets frozen in time until you take it out and it thaws and you can continue on. So this project has been put on ice, has been stopped for now, but we're going to come back to it because funding has been put on hold. Okay, next sentence. We're going to come out the other side of this. Things will work out. So this sentence has the key phrase, come out the other side of this. This phrase is really useful if you're going through something hard, but you think it's going to get better. You're going to come out the other side of it. And then the last part of this sentence, things will work out, kind of means the same thing. Both are like, we're doing something hard now, but eventually we're going to be okay. Did she just disappear into thin air? The sentence is a little spooky. The key phrase in this sentence is disappear into thin air. Disappear into thin air means vanish, is totally gone, without any clues as to where they went or any signs as to where they might have gone. So, did she just disappear into thin air means did she just vanish? Did she just go and leaving no signs of where she may have gone? Spooky. All right, this next phrase is really useful in a business setting, really in any setting. And the phrase is, this is my offer, think it over. So we're going to be looking at the second part, which is think it over. Think it over means the same thing as think about it, just means consider it, think about it. It's a great alternative. If you find yourself saying think about it a lot, you could also say think it over. So this phrase is great if somebody does something nice for you and you want to show them that you really appreciate it. The phrase is, that was sweet, I'm touched. So we're going to look at the second part, I'm touched. So in this context, I'm touched doesn't mean I'm touched like I'm touching with a finger. It means your heart is touched. It means it makes you really happy, that you really appreciate it. And it's a great phrase that native English speakers will often use, and you can try out the next time someone does something really nice for you. All right, next sentence is, the bank launched an advertising campaign to lure back its traditional customers. There's a couple parts to this sentence. Let's start at the beginning. The bank launched an advertising campaign. An advertising campaign is commercials that you might see on TV where people are trying to get you to buy something, big posters, billboards outside, maybe on the side of buses, anything that's promoting this company. And then the second part, to lure back its traditional customers. Lure in this sentence means encourage, to encourage its customers to come back. So altogether, the bank launched an advertising campaign to lure back its traditional customers. Means the bank made a bunch of TV commercials and posters and maybe an ad on the radio to try and convince the customers that were there before to come on back. Okay, this sentence is very useful in a work environment. And the sentence is, "Thank you for the suggestion. I'll take that under advisement." The key phrase in this sentence is, "I'll take that under advisement." What it means is, I'll think about it. But you can also use this sentence as a way of politely saying, "I am not going to take your suggestion. No, thank you. That's not going to work for me." So instead of saying that, which might come across as rude, you can say, "I'll take that under advisement," which really means thanks, but no, thank you. Okay, the next sentence. Let's move past this. Let's move past this means the exact same thing as let's forget about this. Let's just not talk about this anymore. So it's a great alternative to either of those phrases, especially if you want to sound a little more like a native English speaker. It's also a really good phrase to use in a more formal setting, maybe in conversation with your boss. Instead of saying, "Let's forget about it," you could say, "Let's move past this." All right, this next phrase is quite simple, but also very useful. And the phrase is, "Who is going to foot the bill?" The phrase "foot the bill" means pay for this. So the whole phrase is, who's going to pay for this? Who's going to foot the bill? This can be used in lots of different situations. You could use it if you're at a restaurant with friends and you want to know how you're going to pay for the dinner. You could say, "Who's going to foot the bill?" It also works great in a more business-like situation if you're wondering who's going to be covering the costs of a project that you're working on. "Who's going to foot the bill" also applies there. Thanks for checking us out over at TVnglish YouTube channel. Come on back because we're going to have lots of more cool phrases for you to check out and learn.